Lee Jones here, and I'm joined by Yike from Karmine Corp after finishing the winter groups. And yeah, it's unfortunately ended with a defeat to BDS. Just maybe talk me through the game. What do you think's gone wrong today?
Yeah, it's hard to say this game. I think a big mistake we did was just on the lane swap. We kind of died top, and we also died bot. Like we tried to dive them, and we fucked up. They got 2 kills bot, and they got the kill top, and Sarah got like a lot of tempo on me after that, and then they could play the map how they wanted, and I was always like late because I'm like normally slower than her, so we couldn't like pressure, and then they get the first objectives, and they slowly like just snowball from there.
The kind of final thing I guess you could have been going for was first place in the table with Fnatic. Now it's just all going to be joint anyway. G2 looks like they're about to win. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's like if you're going to lose, it's probably the better time to have a defeat, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not as important. Um, I want to talk a bit about kind of going back a little then about you joining Karmine Corp and kind of joining as sort of like a leader now. So obviously you spent 2 years with G2, but it's still not like it's not really time. It's not the amount of time you'd have to be like considered a veteran. I don't think. Obviously, you're not a rookie anymore by any means. But then you join this group where it is quite actually a lot of inexperienced players. Was that something? Did that actually play a part in you joining Karmine Corp in the end? That you wanted to kind of be sort of like a leader of a team rather than just another regular member anymore?
Yeah, it was a new experience for me, and I was kind of excited for it when I saw that. Yeah, we had 2 very young players, 2 rookies, and then also Kana, who doesn't speak like fluent
Mm.
English. So most of the job is on me and Targa to do it, and I think we were doing a good job. I think the regular split was going pretty well for us. We did some mistakes now in the end, like last week, but I think it's probably like it's easy ones to fix. So I'm not
Mm.
really like worried about that. And yeah, I like the role I have right now in the team. So I'm just looking forward to playing more.
Sure. Well, yeah, I saw as well. I think it was with Dot Esports. You did an interview and said a similar thing about with Targamas, kind of leading with him as well. I want to ask about him specifically because there's been this like community sentiment now, basically since the XL days when they posted a VOD and he wasn't talking much, and now that basically that thing is stuck. Like Targamas doesn't talk in game, and it's like it's something that stuck around with him. Is that what do you feel like it is then actually playing with him, especially if it is part of like a shot calling role as well, a leadership role?
Mhm. I mean, yeah, I don't really like that they put a narrative on him that he doesn't speak because he does, like in scrims and on stage, he comes up with very good calls always. He's not like one of these like supports that speaks like a lot, like Perma. He's just one of the chill ones. Like it's kind of similar to Mickey, the way he speaks. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like he's not speaking. He has very good calls, and I think he's probably like the smartest one in our team, like macro wise. So that's why like all of us like trust him and listen to him a lot, and that's why he's like part of it. Like it's usually me taking care of early game stuff or like normal like objective planning and this stuff, but Targa is good with like the normal macro.
Cool. I want to ask as well, like you said about playing with a couple of rookies. Obviously, Caliste is like the most hyped rookie for many, many years.
Mm.
Just how good is he? Like, do you think is he like really that good as everyone's saying? Because obviously, like that clip came out as well, where he's talking to you and explaining
Yeah.
the 1v2 kill, and even in that clip, you kind of look surprised that he would had the thought to like click on them and check the mana in the moment. Has there been
Mhm.
other things like that where like he is that good that he actually surprises you?
Yeah, I mean he's one of the few players that really like surprises me with the things he does. Like for example that Draven play, like very insane by him. And I know Caliste can be a very, very good player. Like he's very insane already, and I know he can become like even more insane. So it's very nice to see like his growth and how it's gonna be like throughout the whole year. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see how it's gonna go for him.
What's it like playing with him, having played with Hounds before? Obviously, that's like the only two ADCs you play with in in the LEC, and is the way he's kind of coming in like really early on in his career, straight into the LEC, is like even kind of similar to Hans back in the day on Misfits. Yeah, how do you see it? The comparison?
Yeah, I mean, I see them very like similar. I think they're both French ADCs as well, so it's kind of funny. They both like Draven, play a lot of Draven, so
Mm.
they're very similar in that way. And yeah, I think it's just nice to see like like so far it feels like playing like the same as like when I played with Hans. Of course, Hans is maybe like different in the way of the way he sees the game and how he wants to like snowball, but Kalista is also like very good in like the difference I've seen is like in team fights. I think Caliste is very good at just seeing like the perfect angles and also like he's like really not scared in like team fights and like in fights, like you see in the Draven clip. He saves his flash like a lot of times, and he does it in a good way. So I think that's what people see a lot like about Caliste. That is like very good with him compared to like any like play, like not even like ADC but just player like in LEC.
Sure. Just kind of looking ahead now then. So I can imagine, especially with the start you guys have had, the goal will be to be going for that top spot. And it's kind of funny where, you know, G2, with you on it, was so dominant. And now that they've made some changes, it's kind of the first time for a long time that it feels like G2's not the top one anymore, which would usually be a good chance to slip in there. But then it happens to be when Fnatic has just also put together a really strong roster, and they're kind of looking just a bit better at the moment. So what do you think you guys need to do to make that difference and creep ahead of Fnatic?
Yeah, I think to beat Fnatic, because they're for sure like the strongest team right now in LEC. I think everyone else is like a bit below them, like us included. I think in good days we can also just beat them. Like the day we had yesterday was just us like really trolling like fights. But I think we can also just like easily beat them as well. But yeah, I think the biggest challenge for us, or like thing to work on, is just the way we plan and just like shot call around like what we want to do on the map, like the objectives we want to play for, how we want to play it, and yeah, that's like the biggest thing. Because like you can see on the Grubs fight, we were like a bit unclear, for example, with the Grubs fight against Fnatic and like other fights probably.
Fair enough. How important would it be for you as well to win a title having left G2 now? Because I was looking back and I'm 99% sure nobody has actually left G2 and won a title after leaving as well. And it's like you and Mickey are basically racing to be the first one this year. So how important would it be from that as well?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would feel amazing. You know, it's like my goal to just win like every split, obviously, but also just beat G2 and win over G2 because, yeah, I mean, I want to prove that I'm like still very good and that I guess I can win without having like the G2 players, like everyone's saying, like winning with caps, like this kind of narrative. So it would feel amazing to me to win.
Yeah. I wanted to touch just a little bit on the departure as well. I spoke to Mickey last week and I kind of basically asked him about how it was, especially during Worlds, because where the rumours came out so quickly, it kind of seemed pretty obvious that the decisions were being made, or maybe even had been made during Worlds. And he actually said that he kind of thought it had been even before, and he felt like the writing was on the wall. Basically, he could kind of tell. What was it like from your perspective? I know it's a bit of an awkward one maybe to talk about, but yeah, it'd be good if you get your insight on kind of how it felt around that. Did you feel like you could see it come in for yourself as well?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that interview with Mickey. I remember like looking at that, so I remember what it said as well. For me, it was not really similar, I guess. 'Cause for me, I never really wanted to think about, like, I never thought about like the way people
Sure.
like behave towards me. But for sure, like during Worlds, when I open Twitter one day and I see like all the speculations, all the rumors that I'm gonna get replaced, that's when I got like obviously like I got scared and. That was like the hardest thing for me for sure, because I opened it like on the game day. We play versus Weibo, I think, and I see like all of that, and for sure that hit me kind of hard. But yeah, after that, I just my mindset was just not thinking about anything outside of like Worlds, and I wanted to perform as good as possible. And for example, that Weibo game, I think we played good. I think I played good, so I was still happy with how I performed, even though kind of reading all the rumors. But then I just think what I did was just telling myself that it's gonna be fine. Like no matter what happens, just do what you have to do, play your game, and I wanted to just make sure that I'm proud of myself at the end of the world's journey.
Sure, fair enough, and yeah, appreciate you kind of diving into that a little bit. So, just to finish off on a more positive note, then you're in playoffs. Who are you hoping for first?
To play against? I think the funnest team to play against would probably be actually Giants for us, because they beat us in the first week and they were talking a lot after that. So beating Giants after would feel good, because they're also not really performing so well right now. So it would be a nice little revenge for us to beat Giants.
Nice. And do you think the Fearless draft's gonna suit you guys as well?
I think the Fearless draft is gonna make it easier for us, or like just better for us, because I think everyone in the team has like very strong champion pools, and everyone is like very confident in champion they want to play. So I'm just excited for it.
Nice. Well, good luck then when it comes around. Have a nice couple of weeks break. Not sure you'll have much of a break, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck in playoffs then, and thanks for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Goodbye.